from hauntedflower.com and hauntedflowerreviews.com, and today I'm bringing you my last review for a little while because I'm going on a long trip. I'm going to be gone almost a month, so I won't be able to get up any reviews. So I will miss you, and I will see you soon. But first, let's do this review. I've just got two things today. A Stallone movie set and Jeff Ross Roasts America. So let's start with Stallone. This is a 3-film collector set. It's just a DVD. They didn't send me the Blu-ray. The DVDs don't have a whole lot of stuff on them. We've got the movies Lock Up, First Blood, Rambo, and Copland. Let's start with First Blood. Have to admit, it was the first time I saw this film, which is why I asked to review this, because I thought it could be fun and interesting. In this one, Sylvester Stallone plays a war vet. You know, he's coming to town to hunt down, like, a friend, one of his last friends from the war. He's really been looking forward to this, and unfortunately he finds out that his friend is no longer with us, and that basically shuts down any chance he had at, like, a really happy life. He doesn't know what he's going to do, where he's going to go, but first, maybe he'd like some food. He's going to go through town and find some food. Unfortunately, the people in town don't like him, and they try to run him out of town, particularly the town sheriff. And once he's been mistreated, they find an excuse to arrest him and then treat him more badly. And he's just kind of just trying to run for his life and get out of this. But cops keep pursuing him because they keep adding on these crimes against him. He's running through the woods. And before you know it, he's full-blown Rambo in camo and, like, blowing stuff up like crazy. And in the end, it's really all about discrimination. But to get to that dramatic ending scene, we have to go through a whole lot of explosions. On the special features for that disc, you can get a couple of alternate endings. One of them, I'm pretty darn sure, is just a blooper. But another one is incredibly depressing. It could have been a lot worse with the other alternate ending. Hi, Angel. Yeah, the behind-the-scenes stuff, there's just not much there. But there's some, like, some little deleted scenes sort of things. The next film I want to talk about is Copland. Angel, put your butt down. Butt down, Angel. Okay. Copland is an interesting film from 1997 where we go into corrupt cops and stuff. You've got the cops in New York and the cops in New Jersey. And the cops in New York think they're better than the cops in New Jersey, but they live in New Jersey because they don't want to live in New York. You know, that sort of thing. Stallone put on a bunch of weight for this role because he's trying to be a small town sheriff, and through unlikely odds, he's going to go up against the cops in New York, try and right some wrongs going on within the departments. Other awesome names in this include Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, and Ray Liotta. Lots of drama, lots of firing of guns, and, you know, lots of cops talking to each other, really tough, like, you know, every movie Ray Liotta's in, that sort of thing. It's a pretty cool movie, too. I really liked it for its extra features. Same thing, a few little bonus features, nothing to write home about. Last movie on here is Lock Up, came out in 1989. The quote is, "This is hell, and I'm going to give you a guided tour." Sadistically from Donald Sutherland, who is in charge of the prison. What I can gather from this movie, which I honestly half-watched because it seemed a little ridiculous, is that Sylvester Stallone plays a convict. He's going to be getting out of prison soon. He's really excited about that. But he gets transferred to a really horrible prison where prison is a lot more prison-y than it ever was before, and there isn't as much fun stuff to do. And Donald Sutherland doesn't like him, and so bad things happen to him. And they keep setting him up for, like, prison breaks and stuff and trying to extend his sentence, and it's just a whole lot of crap. It makes you want to turn it off and watch Shawshank Redemption instead, because that's my favorite prison movie. Again, wimpy on the features, but these 3 movies were pretty cool. The set's kind of cool, but you should definitely opt for something better if you really care about these movies. And last, I have Comedy Central, Jeff Ross Roasts America. This is the first time I saw this guy, but he's a really good roaster. Shows up on a lot of Comedy Central roasts. And most of his stand-ups were basically going to different cities and having a stand-up routine for a while, and then eventually inviting people up on the stage so that he can roast them. And in roasting them, he usually insults their appearance, puts creative words together to insult their intelligence, and gets a lot of people drunk, so they say really ridiculous, well, that's not really his fault, the place gets them drunk, but lots of drunk people get up on stage and say and do ridiculous things, and women hit on him like crazy. even though he looks like some sort of furry hobbit dwarf man. I don't know what the appeal is, but they insist that they want to be all over him on stage, and it's a little creepy and makes you wonder if they're plants. This is a 1-hour special, and he goes to Seattle, Toronto, Las Vegas, Miami, and Madison. And he also roasts the statue of Abe Lincoln in Washington, D.C. to the cautious laughing of the onlookers. And he gets roasted by John Rich in Nashville. John Rich, who we saw on Celebrity Apprentice, which was a lot of fun. And brings an old friend on stage in one city, and that's kind of weird. He found a girl he used to date who just happened to be in the city, and they talked about it. And you're really never sure if she's a plant or not the whole time. I mean, he's a funny guy, but as far as insult humor goes, I mean, yeah, they all got up on stage and asked for it, but sometimes it is downright mean, funny or not. Sometimes it's really hilarious, and sometimes it's like, I don't know how funny that is, because that's kind of mean. So, you know, whatever your humor is. The really cool thing on this is that the bonus feature is the uncut speed roasts from Minneapolis, Seattle, and Nashville. So instead of seeing the edited together version that has the best moments, you can see the entire thing and all of its awkwardness. So those are my DVD reviews today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in a few short weeks, maybe towards the end of September. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If you like this review, go to my site at hauntedflowerreviews.com. I also have a podcast on iTunes. Please leave me ratings and comments. Also, we have a store, hauntedflower.com, where you can find the best online apparel and accessories from movies, TV shows, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower, and that's where we have all of our contests too, so you can win free stuff. Go to indiemojo.com if you live in Indianapolis, and you can find out how to go to free movies.